Hey, Rick, I'm Red Austin 27 back here, and I have a wonderful video to talk to you guys about the interesting Easter egg that is all the scrap pieces along Shadows of Evil. When you put them together, it makes this incredible image, and Liam, for the winner, put this together, so you can actually see that on screen. You can also check out his channel in the description and also in the card, so if you want to check out his work, he cracks all the codes. Him and Milo are excellent cryptographers and cipher crackers, so I really say you should go check out their channels. They have absolutely wonderful work. Now, for what they brought us is this incredible Easter egg that has been spread out throughout the map. Jason Blundell's been trying to get more and more Easter eggs. If you haven't seen that, another video, I'll link that in the cards in the description as well. Jason Blundell was talking about how he's tired of people figuring out his Easter eggs. He's used all kinds of cryptography, using the Enigma code, using old Roman codes, and he's tired and trying to create Easter eggs we can't find.
Fed up now, and I'm going to really put one in that you guys can't break.
Well, this is one of them that maybe he was hoping we couldn't find, but it was pretty darn obvious because there was 10 scraps of paper that were hidden around the map of Shadows of Evil, and tirelessly Liam and all of the other zombie slayers out there were trying to put this together, and he brightened it up for us, and it's really awesome to see the effects in which it has. Now, what we need to notice about this on screen is that there is multiple solar systems, many different Earths. So now this whole idea, you know, how Shangri-La is on Mars and stuff like that, it's all thrown out. All that stuff is, the continuity is completely thrown out. Even Shangri-La being on Earth might be thrown out. Now, what's interesting, what I want to really zone in on for right now is on the left side here, we see all these different Earths, and some of them are crossed out. So what many of us have theorized, and I agree with in the community right now, is that Rick Toffin is the creator of this document. As he's jumping throughout space and time, we see him at the end of Shadows of Evil do so. He jumps in and takes the summoning key. He's been looking for the summoning key, and these pieces of paper somehow end up in Shadows of Evil. Maybe there's a collection of him checking all these different worlds, and Shadows of Evil being the right world in which he needed to get to. You can see almost an infinite number of Earths is what they're talking about. And we see America on each and every one of them. You know, it's facing the North American, and we see there's a real Earth in the center. Now, you see there's all these replicas, them crossed out, and this is starting to give us implications of what we've been doing. So it's very possible that our timeline isn't as straightforward as we thought. It's very possible that Buried is a different universe than what we played as Call of the Dead, which would explain why Call of the Dead actors didn't have zombies there for a second. The zombies only showed up when our characters showed up. So now you have multiple worlds and dimensions being jumped through, and everything just got a lot more complicated, in case you wanted to know. Now, let's take it a step further. We now are going to look at the four corners, and in each of the corners we have these locations. Mr. Raffle Waffles was amazing enough. You can check out his channel as well. I think I said that earlier, but you can also check out a video where he suggested that you might get to play as Reznov in a future map. Now, what's interesting about this is the coordinates in the top left lead to Russia. Now, I tried to type in the coordinates in the Google Earth to try and find out the other ones. I wasn't having any luck, so maybe you guys can type it better than I was. Maybe I was mistyping some of the coordinates there, but everything seems to be this east and north, so we're all looking at generally the same direction. You have your 44, your 48, then you look over, you have 13, 47, you have 155 and 653. It's just like all these coordinates are all over the place. These aren't the same locations, which is very interesting. Now, we are getting the universe where we have a sun in the middle, and the sun looks weird in the bottom right anyway. But anyway, the sun, and then you have Mercury, and then you have Venus, and then you have Earth, and then it stops every time. That's all he's concerned about. And he's mapping the universe, which could mean that he's been to Mercury, he's been to Venus, which wouldn't make any sense because what we know about those planets. But why are they showing up? And why is Mars and all the other ones not showing up? Awesome questions that are being asked here. Now, we're going to move on to some of the stuff he's talking about. 115 is the fabric of the thread holding it all together, the welding of the universe, or the webbing, of the universe. It's kind of hard to read his handwriting, but it is very interesting that now, in fact, 115 holds the universe together. It's not the thing that's destroying it like we think with zombies. Now, it does reanimate zombies and all this stuff, but 115, that's why these rips in space-time are causing so many issues. The fact that 115 is the thread of space-time, it's everything that makes up space. They're making the argument, you know, like dark matter and all that makes up most of space. They're arguing that 115 in this game, in this story, in this universe, makes up everything. It threads our universe together. And when 115 starts ripping and tearing, this is how we get these bleed over dimensions. We get these infinite number of worlds, all these different universes. And it's absolutely crazy. We see those dimensional issues. We see those vector plates, and we see wormhole type looking stuff, and this seems like it could be what Richtofen, how he's getting universe to universe. We see the layers of those rectangles on the far right side here, and that almost makes me think of dimensions. And we're talking about, 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, even though that might not be necessarily what it's trying to say. That's kind of the interpretation I'm getting it. Now, we have some interesting quote here that we are all different, but all the same. So you have all the different, your characters from world to world. Possibly he's talking about just the characters as a group as a whole, but it seems like we are all different. There's all different versions of Richtofen, but they're all the same when it comes to a core on the inside. So the best way he's saying is there must be another way. We all must die. And then the children will be safe inside the house. This house Easter egg is very interesting because we saw at the end of Zombies, the kids are inside a house. Now, we hear in the radios and the giant Darius trying to... I almost said die clock there. Sorry about that. But we see them, get in the basement, kids. Maxis has a plan. Later on, we hear day 66 and on the radio, the children are gone. Has Maxis sent them into some Argatha, some type of different universe away from all these Earths that have been affected, all these universes that have been affected by the tears in 115. Richtofen can manipulate Element 115 now. Think about all these factors, all these things that now are impacting our story have definitely thrown this entire storyline a curveball. It's on a very different, deeper, and quantum scale that they're applying this to. And maybe they're not completely believers in quantum mechanics, and they're going more on this idea of, and hey, quantum mechanics isn't even that proven. Like, some stuff works, some stuff doesn't. It's still very new, but regardless of that tangent, it's very a sci-fi approach to it, very abstract, something that you would get in your deep, hardcore sci-fi fan books. Like, if you see any of those really hardcore authors, this is what you would expect to show up. And it's really cool that Call of Duty's doing something abstract like that. That's why I love the campaign so much for Call of Duty, is because it was so abstract. A lot of people go, what? I don't get it. It's definitely a great commentary about existence and life and the purpose. So, with all that said, we're not done looking at all these different things on here. There's such a wealth of information inside this piece of paper. That's why it's such a great Easter egg. Now, you can see in here that it says that he spent many years wasted searching in the wrong locations, looking and chasing all the wrong, following all the wrong leads. And Richtofen is, for some reason, he's getting wrong information. We know for 2 years, according to the quote, that he's been jumping around and going to different places. Now, does that mean 2 years? It's 2 years before the giant, so he could have been leaving more. And again, space is relative. Time and space, the theory of relativity could apply. So even though Dempsey, Takio, Nikolai might have been space traveling or time traveling around to different Earths, it's very possible that Richtofen, we see Mercury, Venus, and stuff like that, he might have been messing with relativity in some hands. So what might have been 2 years to them could have been 10 years of searching for Richtofen. Now, that's not proven, or there's no real hardcore facts. That's a theory. I'm going off on a branch there. But it's possible to consider these facts of how crazy this story has been impacted by just a scrap of paper, let alone Richtofen's ability to go through space and time. Is Maxis at the end of the buried Easter egg? Is Maxis at the end of the Origins cutscene? Is he the one helping and guiding Richtofen through these universes? Are they both working together, trying to figure out the leads that'll take them to the summoning key, which is the key to everything? That's going to allow them to end it all. And it's just, the war is in the infinity. Like, just these little quotes. It's just, it's breathtaking to think about Zombies on this level, where we can go. Milo says there could be a Russian map. We could have the Egypt, Brazil, Morocco. There's so many places we can end up going with our DLC in any world. They can twist anything we want. We've had Origins being this steampunk related, and it's steampunk, that's what they call it. Oh no, diesel, what the hell? Diesel punk? They called it diesel punk, didn't they? Diesel punk world in World War I, where our Origins characters meet. And then we have our Ancients. Then we have our Vrilia. Then we have, our Margot monsters, the Shadow Men, our Cthulhu thing. It just goes on and on. Infinite universes, infinite different ways that you can play this game. So you can have anything show up at any time and it'll make sense. And 115 distorts it all so you can have guns from any time and space and any crazy-ass weapon. So what does this mean for Zombies? It means nothing but good things for us. It means there's so much opportunity in the next 4 DLCs for us. 4 maps guaranteed, could be 8 maps depending if Treyarch went above and beyond and decided to put out more maps per DLC. Maybe they even added more to Dead Ops Arcade. We gotta cover so much with the Dead Ops Arcade. There's so much, so many things we need to bring up. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I don't want this video to go on too long, but I wanted to talk to you guys about this. It was very important to talk about this incredible finding by Liam and Milo and all the guys in the zombie community to put this together. And now there's more stuff coming out daily. You got the Arnie's Easter egg and stuff like that. I'll be updating you. More theories. I still want to cover the Mob of the Dead stuff that shows up in both maps. There's so many consequences for that, but I'll save that for another video. Again, I want to apologize for how slow videos have been getting, but we're close to finals for me. So that's why, just like Milo in university, I see him tweeting about it, and he's stuck in the lab all the time. I'm in the same boat where I'm just getting killed. I'm a full-time student, so I'm trying my best for you guys. But with that said, thank you for 75,000 subscribers. I am almost to 100,000, like my dream of hitting 100,000 subscribers. You guys have been incredible. The support has been amazing. When I get back to college, I plan to do a charity live stream either this weekend or the weekend after that, and we're gonna raise a bunch of money for a wonderful cause. I'm so excited about the support, and like this, we gotta give back. 75,000. I'm putting my entire store on sale for Cyber Monday, Black Friday for the next week or two. Everything will be on sale for your Christmas deeds, and you need whatever you want to get, some of my t-shirts and posters. You can check that stuff out, see if it's what your cup of tea, but it's gonna be on sale, so it's dirt cheap. It's cheaper than any of the other YouTuber stuff you'll see out there. Very reasonable pricing. You just gotta pay for shipping. So anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Tell me your thoughts and implications of where the zombie storyline is going in the comments below, or just how you feel. How did all that sit with you? Did you digest well? This is just really a brain dump of all the possibilities that have been going through my head for zombies, and there's still so much more to dissect on here. But again, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!